when our kids are failing, or our students are failing, or our employees are failing.
It's so tempting for me to jump in and say, oh, it's okay, it's not important.
Yeah.
But then I've invalidated what they're feeling, that
Right.
it is important, and those are genuine feelings, and that's where I have to stop myself and say, it feels rotten, you put a lot of work into this and it's not going right, or you're trying hard and you're not getting anywhere. It doesn't feel so good.
Well, and maybe even that feeling, if we really validate that feeling, there's nothing bad about the feeling at all. You're sad, makes sense. Something didn't happen the way you wanted it to. And then, what do you want to do next?
And that's, just knowing they have options, and trying to train some optimism and thinking about what could we do with this? How could we turn this into something successful? Or how do we recharge to start again and do it all over?
But I do think we've all been brought up, not all of us, but most of us have been brought up with this idea that we're supposed to be better, we're supposed to turn that A- into an A, or whatever it is. And while that has some great value of perseverance and pursuit of excellence is important, that's different than perfectionism. And I think it's hard for kids to hear the difference, especially when we're not clear ourselves. And if we're being perfectionistic, whether we use the word perfect or not, if the message that we're sending is that's not good enough, I really worry about this. I think about my son and how much of the time am I correcting him, and saying, well, do this differently, do this differently, do this differently, versus how much of the time am I saying, wow, I really like talking to you about this, or that's such an interesting perspective, or it's something that I could celebrate.
On a small level, I'm practicing this as a parent with art. So when my kids bring something to me, if it's a Lego thing I don't recognize, or a painting that to me is very abstract,
Nicely said.
I'm learning to say, I really like the colors you chose, or tell me how you did this, or what does this mean, and what are you going to do next with it, and being more curious.
Yeah.
And that doesn't come naturally, because as a kid, I was always told, that's beautiful, whatever you do, beautiful, lovely.
But that's a judgment, actually.
Yeah.
Even, oh, good job, that's a judgment. And if we really want to fuel that internal resilience, we need curiosity instead.
And that's what I want. At the end of the day, I want my kids to be able to persevere, overcome obstacles, because I want them to be change makers in the future. I don't want anything to stop them.
Thank you. All right.